Jeff.
And I'm Sarah.
And this is Leo. And this is a video recap for our fourth and final class in our Jookin, all levels Jookin Blues series for Swing Ann Arbor in October of 2012. In this class, we started off with the standard warm-ups, talked a little bit about the things we did in the previous classes, and then we moved on to new content, namely movements related to the tandem connection. So this is a connection that we introduced in this class. It looks like this, and we're slightly offset, and we could do our Jookin basic in any sort from here. So our up pulse, we could do the hip rolls, and anything else too.
Yeah, and as Jeff said, we're offset, and that means my right foot is in between Jeff's feet.
Okay. And so it's really important that we have a good connection in this hand. So we explored this a little bit, and we encourage you to try this out. Leads, we don't squeeze, we don't push against our hip. We keep it in our hand right here next to our hip, and as we move, so does the hand. Right? Our default is not moving it.
Okay, and then we used to move from last week.
For week two.
To get into tandem.
So it looked like this. So we've got the cross hand, up pulse basic. Boom. So our leads, remember, we slide into this connection right here, and we want to give a little bit of tension so that we make sure to keep the follow's weight on their right foot, because that has us going from mirror imaging each other to being on the same foot.
And that means that I hold on this foot for a little bit longer than usual.
Instead of 2 counts, 4 counts.
And if I want to be playful or add something else when he's coming in, I can look at him from this side. Okay, so let's show it from one more angle.
Slide into that pocket, and there we go. Keep the follow's weight on this side. Okay. From here, we had a couple moves. We did, first of all, the out back, which looked like this. So out, back, out, around. Remember, leads, we did a step instead of a step pulse, so that we can get around and fix our feet so that instead of being on the same foot, we're back to mirror image.
And follows, we kept the step pulse for them.
And remember, it's key here that we don't have too much of a stretch, because if we have too much energy, we're going to make them do a step instead. But that was our challenge move for you, leads, figuring out how much stretch you need in this connection, how much energy you're going to give them, so that you keep the up pulse rhythm and they do the step.
Okay, and one thing to add for follows is when we do this out back move, when the lead moves our hand out and then back, we move our chest with that hand.
Okay. The second move that we did from the tandem blues connection was this guy. Looked like this. So we got into bizarro side-by-side connection.
And we both readjusted our connection here.
From here you can do some boogie forwards. You could do some fishtails back. And when you're ready to close it up, when your weight is on your left feet, you step forward with the right, you closing the door, you bring the follow in front of them, in front of you. So you step, pulse, and then step, pulse, and you give them extra energy to keep coming to your right side leads, and you stay on your right side the whole time. So you stay for 4 counts on that right side.
So from this viewpoint.
So step, pulse, step. Here we go. Step, pulse, pulse, pulse. And then we're back into to closed position. So that was it. We had all of those tandem moves for you guys. We encourage you to play around with all of these different connections. We have, from the earlier classes, we have closed, close embrace, open, cross hand, and now tandem. And there's all of these different ways in which you can move. There's the up pulse, there's these hip rolls, so hip step, there's even down pulses, you can go down, and anywhere in between. So we hope you play around with all of these different movements and connections and patterns.
You guys did an awesome job in this series, and we look forward to the